the TaylorMade SLDR. What a club. I've been hitting it a little bit already today. My name's Shiels down here at Trafford Golf Centre in Manchester, and I want to do today just a little intro video first about the TaylorMade SLDR, the features and what it does. In the next video I'm going to look at some flight scope data, what it's capturing, what it's giving me distance wise, and then I'm going to actually test it up against probably its best rival, the R1, the TaylorMade R1. So stay tuned for all those videos. Please do check me out on Facebook, Twitter, and do subscribe to me at the channel if you've enjoyed the video. So, the TaylorMade SLDR. We've got this new sliding kind of weight at the bottom. Adjustable, you can take the neck out, you can change it different angles, you can give it more loft, less loft. Apparently you can make it draw more, fade more just by moving this weight a little bit. Lovely looking club, really nice. It's got this kind of grey effect, which TaylorMade haven't done for a great deal of time. I remember the 300 series and the 300 series that TaylorMade did, they were all kind of got grey effect, and it looks really kind of classy, very nice touch. A little bit of a silver feature on here. It kind of looks quite digitalised in the way that they've actually fine-tuned this back edge. They're obviously going off this slider thing with the little notches, and on the back here they've got these little notches along the grey. At the back edge, it's got slider with the little notches along the back edge. Even down here, it says tuned at distance and all them kind of little notches. So, 460cc head, as most things obviously are these days. You get a tool with it, and it's all about this little bad boy. All about this weight at the bottom. You can unscrew it. So this is in neutral at the moment. Now, surprisingly, the weight doesn't actually feel that heavy when you move it. So it just slides from side to side at the bottom. And it doesn't actually feel like it's got a great deal of weight to it, which is surprising me actually. Difficult to measure because it is actually in that chamber, but if I slide it from one side to the other, I can feel a little bit of weight transferring, but not absolutely loads. It's got stuck there actually in that corner, but not loads and loads of weight transferring. In fact, it's got it on draw at the moment, so I'll leave it in draw. So I've moved it all the way towards the heel here. I'm going to screw it in. And it just says at the bottom, dead simple, you don't need a manual, you don't need a chart anymore. It just says, draw, fade. So whatever you feel like you need to correct in your swing, apparently so, this is the tool to do it. I'm slightly sceptical of that because of technique and all that, but apparently if you move it more towards the heel, the weight, obviously everything else will move that way towards the toe, it's going to fade a little bit more. Interestingly, this kind of little cornerstone here, and I believe recently in a tour event, this fell out and kind of caused a player to get disqualified, which hopefully they've resolved that, and it doesn't feel like it's going to move. That might have just been a prototype one that they were trying that time. I've got this in 9.5 at the moment, and TaylorMade Fujikura shaft, stiff shaft, 57 grams, and I'm going to hit some real golf balls, kind of give you a bit of an idea of what I feel with the club first. I'm going to do feel first, and then we're going to talk some flight scope figures in the very next video. So, set up behind the golf ball. Now I've changed that to ultra draw, and it doesn't sit any differently. So a bit like with the R1, you can change that compass and it shuts the face down, or you can move that compass so it sits flatter and it'll sit a little bit open. This visually from above now, I've put that in ultra draw, doesn't change, which is nice. I like that feature. That's quite a nice touch. So let's see if this now ultra draws. Apparently it should do. And it has done. That's it. That's a nice little draw down that left hand side. And I hit fairly neutral swing with that, and that just moved from right to left a little bit. I'll get a flight scope image up on screen for you as well, so you can see that. And it just seemed to fly. I'll leave that Pro V one for the flight scope tests. These are all real balls, but I'm trying to keep the good ones for the data. Feels great. The flight of it is very, very solid. I had nice sound, nice acoustics to it. Let's hit one more. I just put a little bit of a cut kind of swing on that, and that stayed very neutral, where normally I know if I was hitting my normal I-15 or this was in neutral, that probably would have faded a little bit more than what it did. Right, let's bang it in fade. Let's move it all the way on the other side. I think draw is going to be the most common place that people put this weight. Most golfers have the tendency to kind of slice the golf ball, so putting in that draw will actually help that. This doesn't feel very smooth. It feels a bit kind of, I don't know, I think they should have made that a bit smoother, maybe a bit more cushioning inside, so when it does move, it does kind of slide a bit easier. I'm really kind of struggling to move that across. And the noise it makes, can you hear that? It's quite it grates on you a little bit. So, anyway, stick it in fade. And there's all different kind of, I mean, you can put this weight literally anywhere. But there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 neutral. So 5 before neutral, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 after neutral on the other side. So apparently this now is in fade. Let's try and hit a draw, see what happens. Again, doesn't sit any different, which is great. Tried to hit a draw, and that's gone dead straight. So it has corrected my draw swing there. So I'm presuming it's working. I've hit that very solid right out the middle. Let's try and hit a bit of a hooker. Let's try and get this one moving from right to left a little bit. Interesting. That stayed really straight. Interesting that I can't feel the weight doing anything there, but that would have honestly been a hook golf swing before. I'll get the flight scope image up on screen in a minute, and it's stayed pretty much dead straight along the line. So as far as I'm aware, that is working to help my kind of purpose fault swing, really. Great bit of kit. Whether it's going to shoot off as high as the R1 did, the very successful R1 and the RBZ. Why are TaylorMade bringing out so many drivers? That's the only question I ask. If you've got a TaylorMade driver and you feel like you're being a bit hard done by, please comment in the below. They can't just keep bringing out driver after driver after driver. Obviously, you guys are interested in it. I'm interested in the technology with it. But where does it stop? What's next? I know Mizuno did this kind of concept a few years ago, and it's interesting now that it's coming back into fashion, this kind of moving weight at the bottom. Interesting. If you enjoyed it, please do subscribe, like the video. I'm going to do a bit of flight scope data on it now, so please do check the next video. It's in the link description or on my channel. And after that, I'm going to compare it, do a longest drive against the TaylorMade R1. My name has been Rick Shiels. Thanks very much for watching. And that was a brief review on the TaylorMade SLDR.